product in the treatment room, and it's really about just getting the opportunity to talk to people about CBD and like what it really is and where it comes from, and just like the farm to table in the restaurant industry was so big. We were like, oh, this is a chance for us to actually talk about the ingredients that we use in the spa. We've always grown calendula, we've always grown chamomile, lavender, roses, but we never grew cannabis. So it opened up the door to get to be like, oh, okay, like we all are talking about this ingredient, but do we really know what it is? So we just do a massage oil right now because it's simple. I don't have anything shelf ready.
Yeah. What made you want to do the massage oil even?
Because it's universal in the spa for us. Like I do massage within the facial, so you'll be getting like a nice shoulder, arm, scalp, head, neck, hand massage. So like that, I get to use it in that. David gets to use it in the massage. I really wanted to make you a foot soak today with CBD. And I heard a chemist once say garage products, and at first I was like offended by that for people that like not everyone can start out with a $500,000 lab.
Like so true.
It, you know, and so like I was a little.
People really want to know what's in things as well.
Yeah.
Like
100%. There's so much that goes into manufacturing a product. So we actually work with a lab on the other side of the river.
Oh, that salt smells so good.
yeah.
A little lavender from our garden.
Oh my goodness, that smells so
Lavender
good.
is my absolute favorite.
It's so
My
nice.
favorite terpene, calendula,
Nice.
chamomile, fresh lavender. Just gonna give off a slightly different aroma.
And then a little head popped around the door.
Yeah, that's Cesare.
Chris is our cultivator, and Chezzy is quality control.
Amazing.
It was Antonia's toddler, Chezzy, and her husband, Chris, the man who grows the plants for their CBD massage oil.
You grew beforehand?
Here and there, I've always had an interest in growing a lot of different things. I grew up, my grandparents had a 100-acre farm, huge gardens, they fed the neighborhood, and so that's always been a thing. Like since then, every place I've ever had a property where I could have a raised bed or a garden of some sort. I lived in Saratoga for 10 years and had like hemp twine tying my tomatoes up to the front porch, so I had a privacy screen of tomatoes.
Wow.
They're like 10 foot tall. So we've had a garden in our property for a while, and there's a lot of similarities between cannabis and tomatoes for me.
Yeah, I've
You know,
heard that.
same plant, all these different varieties, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
a tomato when it's a cherry tomato and bright orange, and it's a tomato when it's a 2-pound beefsteak tomato that's green striped.
Yes,
Those are
right.
still tomatoes.
Yeah.
Very different flavor profiles. A sauce tomato, a slicing tomato. Cannabis is the same.
That's a cool way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
You're a gardener.
I'm a gardener.
Yeah.
I'm a gardener.
Well, and you're going to take it here.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to be with you for the next.
That's a good point. So if you're just trying CBD or cannabis for the first time and you want to take it light, and you really want somebody to sort of hold your hand through the whole thing,
Totally.
this is it.
Yeah, educate you. Like, as I was saying with the very first people that came and booked it, what was so exciting about that was, on the little questionnaire was, do you have any prior experience with CBD or cannabis? And they said no, like we know nothing and we've never had anything. And I was just like, ooh, this is really exciting. Like, and there was a little bit of pressure too, because it was like, this is their introduction to a market. I hope we don't botch this. Right. They enjoyed it, and it was so interesting because that was part of what I really was hoping for, was that like, hey, we get to be somebody's first and an introduction to this market and really make it a healthy experience in the truest sense of like, what's a healthy experience? Like, it's positive, you feel safe, it's educational, and you feel a desire to learn more. Like, it's
And they have somebody with them. They're not on their own.
I really had such limited experience and exposure to cannabis growing up, and so going into a dispensary for me would be really intimidating because I don't want to seem like an ignoramus. I don't want to be the one, that doesn't know what's going on. That's one of the things I love about Different Leaf, is that you guys so consistently send the message of like, it's okay if you don't know anything, like we're here for you, and this is a really open environment that everyone's welcome in, and you don't have to be a connoisseur, and so like that's
And the best dispensaries also give you that experience too, right?
Yeah, they're welcoming, you're not intimidated.
Totally. That's what we try to be as a spa as well, is, we're not what many people consider a traditional spa, and like, we're in a 200-year-old Catskill Mountain guest house. We make you tea. We want you to take your shoes off and get comfy. Like, we want it to be a home away from home. So like, what better environment to set the stage for having another first, or a conversation that's maybe uncomfortable or you don't know anything about is here.
A lot of the clients for the ski slope and for our community are New York City second homeowners, right?
Right.
And they come here sometimes every weekend, all ski season.
Yeah.
The same people. You know?
Yeah.
So for those people that don't have experience with cannabis, like, they're going to trust the Antonia, they're going to trust this space. It's already a comfortable space where they already come.
In small towns, those local entrepreneurs are folks that I think you get to trust and know.
Yeah.
And you go back and back to them time and time again when it's a little small town. And even if you're coming up from Manhattan and you come up here for the weekends, you get to know the local people.
Yeah.
And you get to know, like, this is my favorite bar, this is my favorite
Because
spa.
there's 10 businesses in town.
Yes, this is very small.
Honestly, by this point, I could feel myself starting to relax from the Brelixi drink and the smells all around me from the foot bath. And at last, it was time for the main event.
Okay, great.
All right, time for a CBD massage. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is beautiful.
Here, you can put your stuff on the couch over there.
Thank you. And it's raining outside, which just really sets the scene. I love it. So is this CBD massage oil that we'll be using?
Yes, the ones that we grow on the farm.
Awesome. Should I expect to get high or feel anything physical, or like what's different about
It's going to be a massage with benefits
it? Okay.
Because you'll get the relaxation from the regular massage, but also anywhere where we specifically put the CBD on, will just feel a little bit more relaxed. I myself, when I use CBD, just feel a little bit more relaxed through the day.
Cool.
I have no anxiety, and it feels good on my hands too.
Yeah, all right, okay, well I'm excited, my first CBD massage. As I went for a full body massage with David, Jen went to get the CBD facial with Antonia. I wanted to start with the massage because I currently have tennis elbow, which is giving me chronic pain, and I was excited to see how having CBD soak into my skin might help that pain disappear. And let me tell you, not only did the pain disappear for the rest of the day, I actually slept without any pain that night too. It was likely a mix of the drink, the edibles, the oil, and the massage, but whatever they were doing here, it is working. So well, in fact, that I forgot to record any part of the facial experience. So thank you, David, for that massage. But the CBD facial was deep, I can tell you that. Antonia set the scene with the music, a little aromatherapy, and steam to open the pores up. She expertly calmed and cooled my skin before using a warming product with chili peppers in it for gentle exfoliation. And she used CBD products made by a local skin company called Mask, which soothed and plumped my skin back up. It felt so great, and it smelt so great, but it wasn't until a few days later that I noticed the true benefits of my CBD facial. My 37-year-old face was smooth, springy, and looking 21 again. The areas of discoloration in my skin had definitely faded, and my pores were gone. What did you think? What did you think of your CBD spa experience?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Like everything about it was really good. And I think it's really smart to like just be relaxed while you're going through all of this.
Right. And we often think that like you gotta get super high to relax with cannabis, but this is one of these ways that you can just have a little mellow through like a gummy or a drink and then really feel like what it can do for your body. My elbow pain is gone from whatever CBD oil he was rubbing into me there.
Right.
So like you can really get a physical experience with cannabis without being really high and just be relaxed.
And I would rather see somebody like try CBD for the first time or try THC for the first time and do something like this rather than going to like an amusement park or a rock show or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you're going to try this out, talk about, you know, a safe space to try it.
That's exactly right. It's accessible,
it's a
relaxing.
gorgeous way to get introduced.
Yeah, agreed.
Especially in regards to it being a wellness product, which it is. Like it really is.
My skin was already cleared up.
Yeah, I feel amazing.
I'm puffy and red and I feel like it's good, you know? It's like I'm a big hot red pepper, but it's good. Super centered and mellow, Jen and I went to stay at a lovely local hotel where we enjoyed more charcuterie, a joint, and a really solid night's sleep. And after a few days, we were still raving to each other about how beautiful, calming, and effective the entire experience had been for our mental health and our physical wellness. CBD spa experiences are starting to pop up all over the world. So if you're not in the region to take a trip to Windham, New York to visit Antonia and her team, search online for your local high-end CBD spa. It's honestly like spaing to the max, like super relaxing, super healthy, and so good for your skin, aches and pains, and sleep issues. It's the holidays, treat yourself. The world's biggest thank you to Antonia, Jules, David, and Chris for inviting us to experience the world of their CBD spa in Windham. It was such a beautiful few days away, and it totally opened my eyes to all the other ways that hemp and cannabis can be infused into our relaxation routines. Check them out at the Windham Spa on Instagram or at thewindhamspa.com. Next week, we'll be sitting down with a group of very cool parents to talk about how they enjoy the holidays with cannabis when they have kids.
I would say start this before the holidays, but know what your tolerance is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they're first time trying cannabis, period, make sure there's another adult around because you may not know how you're going to react to it. 5 milligrams for me, 5 milligrams for you is not the same as 5 milligrams for somebody else,
Yeah. I can have a lot of THC and I'm more coherent. My spouse is the opposite, 6'8".
He's 6'8". Subscribe wherever you're listening right now so you don't miss that episode, and follow us on social media at Different Leaf, and I'm on social media at Brit the British. Make sure you have your fall issue of Different Leaf the magazine, the last one before we go on hiatus, out now at differentleaf.com and on thousands of newsstands across the US and Canada. Find your nearest in-person reader.